Good morning, people on the internet. I am no expert at YouTube, but I have been trying to run this channel and grow this channel for about 30 days now, and I just want to share what I'm learning. This is an automotive channel where I don't own a car enthusiast car. I just have a stock, standard Subaru Forester, and I don't really work on it that much. I'm hoping to start working on it more soon. But today I'm showing you what YouTube has looked like since I started it, what I've learned, and by the end of this, hopefully you'll have a few tips and pointers for if you're wanting to grow your YouTube channel as well. I'm just going to tell you today what I've learned so far in the first roughly 30 days. So to start with, I started my YouTube channel because I feel like there is just such a need for more authentic content. I know whenever I'm searching on the internet, I lately love watching Night Ride, I love watching Jimmy Oaks, I love watching Adam LZ, all these guys who it's just authentic. It is just them and their buddies hanging out in a garage, building cool cars. And it's because they're passionate about it. They started their channel from just being really authentic, really passionate people who do it for the love of cars. And that's what I am, and that's the kind of content that I want to bring to YouTube. A couple of things that I'm going to talk about today are ways that you can run your YouTube channel, whether it is about passion for something or whether it is about building a business and getting income from YouTube. There's a lot of different ways that you can do YouTube, but I'm going to talk about the way I'm doing it and what I've learned from doing it that way. That said, I've got my phone right here with notes for me. I'm going to be looking at it periodically. I have a handful of things I'd like to talk about. I'm not going to be just reading from a script, and I'm not going to be reading from a teleprompter either. I just want this to be an authentic conversation, so let's dive in. First thing is I've been on YouTube for a little over 30 days. This channel started probably about 2 to 3 years ago, maybe even more, and I uploaded maybe 1 or 2 videos, but I did not dive into video creation. I just wanted a YouTube channel and I wanted to share the random things that I was capturing at the time. About 2 or 3 months ago, I decided I want to dive into YouTube truly. I've been trying to run a business where I do photography and video, and I work with businesses, and it for the last roughly year, it just has not worked out that well. So I'm back at a full-time job, and I'm realizing that my passion is still within the camera, but it's within having my own freedom and my own creativity. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm wanting to create videos where it's all about the events that I go to, the things that I'm passionate about, sharing the fun that I'm having, sharing the experiences that I'm experiencing, and sharing that with other people. I connect so well and so much love and joy watching the likes of Night Ride because they do so many fun things and they bring us along right beside them the whole time. They're talking to us like we're right there. They're interacting and like doing all these crazy shots. It makes it feel like you're right there. It's not just, oh, I'm gonna go do this and then cut to after the thing has already been done. You are right there the whole time, and I love that. And that's what I want to create as well. So when I restarted this channel, I had about 70 subs, and then I uploaded a few reels, and then it got up to about 90. And about 90 is where I uploaded my first intro video where it was just talking about I want to do YouTube and here's why. So in a little over 30 days, probably about 45 right now, I've gained about 50 subs. I'm a little over 150 subscribers. That's really cool. I love that. I've uploaded about 6 long form YouTube videos, and that has been, I think this one is number 7. That has been old content. I used to go to really cool car events and I would film in horizontal landscape 4K with my camera, a ton of stuff, but I had no story, no planning, and nowhere really to put it besides Instagram Reels. So in order to create a landing page and a place where people can watch more content as I start to build this out, I've been compiling a bunch of old videos of events that I've gone to and just putting it together into one long form video. That's seeming to work out a little bit. It's nothing crazy. I don't have any videos with over 300 views of my recent stuff that I've uploaded. And here I'll drop a screenshot of analytics right after this video, exactly what it's looked like over the last 30 days. As a new creator, it's really hard to get your channel to grow. So here are a few things that I've learned from watching other creators who help with this kind of thing. I'm not in a mentorship group. I'm not paying anybody to teach me how to do it. I'm just doing it and watching a few YouTube videos along the way of people who seem like they're experts. A couple of things that I've learned is, at least on the long form contents, pin a comment immediately following the upload. Just comment to either ask a question or talk about something that happened in the video. Basically just to try to generate a little bit of a conversation and give a small boost to the interaction on your video. Just like the one on this one. Go check it out. Let me know what you think. The second is to create a community post immediately following the upload. Apparently this can be really big for small channels. I only have 150 subscribers, so let me know if you're one of those subscribers and you do come to this video from that community post. I have no idea how well it works. I'm just trusting somebody who told me in a 600,000 viewer video, so we'll see how well that works. Another thing is making sure that your title is somewhat SEO positive, and same with your description. Of course, you want to keep it as authentic as possible, but honestly, you can take your whole entire transcript of your video and drop it into ChatGPT and say, give me an SEO focused title and description. That'll probably work great. Maybe adjust it a little bit to your own voice and add in things that make it more personal, but otherwise that will do just to get new people who are looking for the thing you're talking about or showing or event that you're going to find it. Another thing is taking notes on planned content like this video. If you're going to be doing talking head, it is so hard to fill 20 minutes with talking head. It feels hard to fill 20 minutes with an hour's worth of footage from an event. So you can imagine doing talking head, you really need to plan it. You need to know what your main topic is, what all your subtopics are going to be, what stories you're going to tell, at least a little bit of an outline. Unless you can just riff for 20 minutes, that's great. Maybe just try to practice and make sure that you're not rambling on for too long. For me, also one thing that I do is I keep a running note on my phone of a backlog of YouTube ideas. You can be sitting at work, you could be at an event, you can be in a conversation with somebody and suddenly think of a great idea for a YouTube video. We have these. You might as well make a note on your phone of all the ideas that you have for YouTube videos, because I know sometimes I say to myself, oh, I'll remember that, I'll write it down later, and then I don't. And then that's a dead YouTube idea and it's gone forever unless I randomly decide to think about it again. So you've got a lot of ideas in your head, write them down. You can come back to it later and say, oh man, I really like that idea, I'm gonna do it right now. Or you can say, you know what, I don't love it, I'm gonna leave it on the list or even delete it later on. If you're like me, you might have a really big hard drive full of video from past events that you've never uploaded, or past talking head where you planned out a bunch of content but then never uploaded it. This is a great thing in my eyes to just build the landing page. The channels that I love to watch have a lot of content. When I find their first video and I like it, I immediately go to their channel and I watch more. And that is what you want to build as a new creator. You want to have a lot of stuff where people can binge on your channel. They can watch one video after another. It builds your watch time and it builds their connection to you. So if you have a backlog of videos from your phone that can just be posted as reels, or a backlog of landscape videos that are long form, or even just being able to compile a bunch of that into one thing that is sort of one relevant topic overall, that's a great way to start out and to get some content on your page for people to watch. Again, at the beginning, it probably won't be anything that gets more than 100 or a few hundred views, but it's somewhere. If somebody likes one of your videos in the future, they'll have even more to watch. Another thing that I've really grasped onto is it's less about thinking of something to film or talk about and more about doing things you already do, but filming it and thinking it out loud. That's what I've noticed about these guys that I watch frequently, is it doesn't seem like, oh, I had a video idea, I'm gonna talk to the camera about this. It seems like there's a story, there's a progression, there's something is already happening and I'm just bringing the camera with me. So if you are a guy who has a really cool car enthusiast car, say like an S14 or Miata or, you know, whatever it is, BMW, you are already working on your car. If you just set up a camera, whether it's your phone or a cheap GoPro or a cheap DSLR mirrorless, whatever it is, you just set that up, and then as you're working on your car, just saying your thought process, saying what you're gonna do next, what you just completed, and really talk to the camera like you've got one of your friends sitting right there and you're just explaining to them what you're doing. For people like me, I honestly don't know a whole lot about automotive stuff and working on cars, so when I'm watching Jimmy Oaks and he's explaining every single idea that he's talking about doing, it's so helpful to me because I just don't have any knowledge. If he were to just say, all right, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and then just goes and works for 4 hours, I would have no idea what he's doing. But he talks about every single piece by name and the process that he's doing. It's so helpful. So if you're already somebody who has a lot of stuff that you're doing, maybe just grabbing a camera and bringing it along for the ride would be a great way to get started on your own YouTube channel. One thing I've noticed so far is that shorts are a great way to get a lot of views and maybe build that subscriber base up at the beginning. If you're already posting a lot of reels to Instagram and Facebook, if you are just copy pasting those to YouTube, that's a great way to get a little bit of content out. It may not be perfect. It sounds like there are ways to be very specific to YouTube and very specific to Instagram and Facebook and all that. I'm not doing all that. I am just posting the stuff that I enjoy, that makes me smile, that whenever I talk about the stories from those videos with other people, it makes them smile. And you can do the same thing. You do not need to edit things super specifically for YouTube when you're just starting out. Just get content on your page so people can watch it, and you can improve on those skills as you go. Here's some very specific YouTube Shorts things that I've realized as I've been posting a bunch. You probably have a huge supply of videos within the realm of your niche. For me, I've been going to motorsports events for years. NASCAR, rally racing, drifting, snowmobile racing, off-road racing, you name it. I've got a lot. For you, whatever it is that you want to build your YouTube channel around, it's probably something that you're already passionate about, and you've probably got a backlog of videos from Snapchat, Instagram stories, whatever it is. You've probably got a ton of videos on there. So if you just go through and find a bunch of them and start scheduling them out, maybe don't post them all at once. It sounds like there's a limit of about 10 shorts per day on YouTube. But if you start scheduling them out, currently I've got 3 shorts scheduled per day, 6 a.m., noon, 6 p.m., just to, again, build out the content for people to watch. And man, it's building my watch time, it's building my views, it's growing a little bit of subscribers here and there. And I think it's a great way to really get to know me. If somebody does find a video and want to see more, they've got a lot of variety and just a lot of content to consume when they do find my page now. I was doing just one every few days, and it was getting like multiple thousands of views usually. And then I started doing 1 to 2 per day for a day or two, and then I immediately just started scheduling out as much as I can because I have so much, and I really just want to launch this channel as fast as I can and give as much content to watch as I can up front. Right now I have about 10 reels scheduled all the way out. Today is a Wednesday night, and this last Saturday or Sunday I scheduled out 3 reels a day all the way through to this coming Saturday. So this is coming out on a Friday. Most of them will already be out by now, and you can go check them all out, but that's one way to just push out a bunch of content really quick. I'm so excited for it that I just want to post it all at once, but I'm not, because I don't want YouTube to get mad and think that I'm just spamming, and I'm not spamming. I'm putting out real content, but there's rules. Maybe you have a bunch of horizontal videos, a bunch of landscape videos. I have a bunch of those too. I will just say you can't just post those as a video like you can to Instagram and Facebook as a reel. With those 2 platforms, when you post a horizontal video, it'll automatically add black space on the top and bottom. But when you do that on YouTube, it automatically uploads it as a full landscape video. So if you're wanting to use a horizontal video as a short, just make sure you run it through Edits or Premiere Pro or whatever editing platform you use to turn it into a vertical reel first. These shorts that you're posting, they may get thousands of views, tens of thousands, whatever it is, and your landscape videos, your long form stuff, may still only get tens or hundreds, and that's okay. They work differently. They seem like they have different algorithms. It's okay that your long form videos are getting way less views and your YouTube shorts are getting way more views. Just let YouTube do what it does, and you just keep feeding it good content. Speaking of algorithms, one thing I love about YouTube is the algorithm seems to be very different from those of Instagram and Facebook and others. YouTube algorithm seems a lot less focused on getting attention and a lot more focused on storytelling and meaningful content. Having a long-term project where you do a video on it every week or video on it every month, or even just a bunch of videos in a row for a few weeks on just that project. Having multiple things to watch is super important on YouTube. So if you have something that you're doing that maybe you can break into multiple videos rather than just a one and done, and keeping that crowd interested from one video to the next, that can be huge for really building your subscribers. If they watch from video 1 through 5, they're probably interested enough that they're going to subscribe and they're going to want to see more. And I've noticed this with the big creators. All the ones that I watch, the content that works well for them is multi-part stories or projects. Car projects where one video is not the entire thing, but one video is like one major thing or a few small things that leave room and anticipation for the next one, making it even more exciting to watch the next video. I have noticed that when you have somebody else to talk with and riff off of, or maybe hold the camera for you, A, it makes it a lot easier, but B, it can be more entertaining. When it's a group of people surrounding a YouTube channel, You get to know so many different personalities, and the way that they go back and forth with each other with jokes and with messing with each other can be really funny, and also can just bring a lot more wisdom and experience to the table to share with your audience. One sad reality with YouTube is that you can really do things kind of two ways. There's a way to grow quickly on YouTube. That's like watching all the how I grew my YouTube to 1,000 subscribers in 10 days. And you'll probably see why it is a sad reality, because you're gonna watch that and go, I don't know how to do all that. I don't wanna do all that. That sounds like a business. You can start YouTube because you just want to create content, share wisdom, etc. That's what I wanna do. But it is really easy to get caught up in the numbers. You can be checking your views every day, checking to see where you're at on the earn money milestones every day. You really want to get your numbers up and start making the money, or even just share it with more people. Even if it's not about the money, you just want more people to see it and know you. But it's really easy to get caught up in those numbers. If you really want to get your numbers up and start making money, your YouTube journey will probably not be for enjoyment. I'm doing this because it's a passion of mine and I want to enjoy it. I really don't want to get caught up in all them numbers and get caught up in, oh, I only made this amount of views, so I'm only going to get this amount of money, or whatever it is. If you want your YouTube channel to be a business, then by all means, go and watch those videos and do everything they say. For me, it's just not for me. I'm doing a couple of the things that I listed at the beginning of the video, but as you can probably tell, I don't really have all my thumbnails lined up. I don't have anything crazy going on my channel. Nothing looks like super professional. It's just authentic, and that's what I crave the most right now. And I think that's what a lot of people crave the most right now. I don't want to go and find other creators and the topics that they're talking about that are going viral and then recreate their video, except it's me talking and seeming like an expert who's not really an expert. The whole point of my YouTube journey is to make authentic content that's different from others and just be myself and have a good time and make friends while doing it. As a small channel, the goal is not to make attention-grabbing content and go viral. To me, it's more to lay a foundation of content that people can just watch when they do find you. If you just be consistent and keep posting, so if someone finds your channel and likes your content, they have a lot of content to binge. That's what I'm focused on right now. I hope that's what you focus on too. Let me know if you found anything that I've said today very helpful, or if there's anything that you would add. I would love to catch you in the next one.